crossing the line. So, what is the crossing the line? Right? It's what they call the 180-degree rule, isn't it? Yes? Same thing. So, what I thought would be clever is I could do this chart that somebody put on the page, and this is what you would see in any kind of like media studies class, right? Where the teacher tells you, yeah, the camera got to be over here at a 90-degree angle, all right? And then you got to move over here, like at least like 180 degrees. You can't be on this side, and you have to have this dotted line going like this, and then so you can see this person over here, and then you're like, what? What is this, mathematics? So I figured, hey, let's just use a simple chess. So this is an example of crossing the line, right?
Okay. Can I put you on that side, please, so that the audience can see what we're doing?
Yep.
So we're going to need a wide shot of the two of them. So you're going to be standing just behind where this camera is here.
Yep.
So that's going to be the master shot.
All right. So just turn it on and shoot that master shot for only like about 5 seconds.
Yep. Right.
Master
and
shot.
they're talking about what? Tell them what they're talking about.
You're talking about how much you enjoy Trace's film class.
Now, Nigel, that's a simple master shot, right? Here's the problem. How do we not cross the line? That's what we're trying to learn here at this point. So that means you have to set up what is going to be Midhat's mid shot.
With a bit of mark, yeah, it's over the shoulder. Mark shot there.
Now, he's not going to do it. I like him. He's not going to do it unless you tell him. But, you know, like, do you want headroom or no headroom?
So what do you mean headroom?
Oh, I don't know. What do I mean headroom? All right, just imagine what headroom is. That means you want room for his head. Very simple. So the way Larry had it when you told him to get a mid shot of Midhat, he was like here, right? And you cut off Midhat's head. You don't want to do that. So you want some headroom. Yeah. So tell him.
Can I have some headroom, please? Yes.
So show him the difference between headroom and no headroom.
So that's no headroom, isn't it?
Right. Yeah. Roll on no headroom.
No headroom.
And then give him headroom.
Headroom.
Now, this is also OTS, which is what?
Over the shoulder.
Right? So we are over Mark's shoulder here. Right? But, wait, keep it there for a second. But, no, don't roll on it. But we have a lot of space. This is what we call dead space. So roll on the dead space.
Do you know what the dead space is?
Nope.
Okay, stop rolling on the dead space.
That's dead space.
The bit where there's no person there.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So, what you want is, this is called frame composition, people. So, what you want is to be able to have a good composed shot over the shoulder, right? And no dead space. So, you've got headroom and no dead space, right? Yeah. All right, roll on the no dead space.
So, that's no dead space, right? Okay, cut.
You're going to roll for like about 5 seconds, so just say something to him.
Rolling.
So what's your honest feeling about Chase's class?
Alright, got
I like that headspace.
You're looking at Midhat, right? And what you want to be able to do is you want to be able to move in this 180 degree, right? So that way you can get a mid shot of Mark. So where is Midhat? Where is Gary going? I'm not going to tell you.
I need you now, please, to come over this side. And we're going to do pretty much the mirror opposite of what we've just got with...
mirror opposite? That's nice. The mirror opposite. You're giving me a word.
Rolling.
Action.
Close.
Cut.
Here's a bad actor, right? Why are you moving your eyes? What's that all about? He should focus, not the cameraman, right? Cameraman's not wearing shorts, right? You know, they're looking at the way and stuff like that. How do we cut this together? You're fired. All right. Take 2.
Action.
Close.
Right. Now, this is not crossing the line. As long as you are in the same as they call 90 degree, right, of the same side of any conversation. This is just a simple sitting at the table conversation, right? You are not in the 180 degree. Now, I mean, you're not crossing the line. If you went over here, that's bad. If you went over here, that's bad. And the reason why is because, and I'll put it on the page as an example, is that these two heads that are looking this way and that way, imagine they're my hands. Yeah? What you have to imagine as a director, and this is why you see film students do this. Another reason why they're doing this is because the two heads are like this, which means that they're both in the frame, right? And you put them like next to each other like a split screen. Yeah? What you have to be able to visualize when you're looking at your shot is that Midhat is looking this way. This is where the camera is, right? Mark is looking that way. That's where the camera is. So that means this is Mark looking like this. Midhat's looking like this, which means that they are both looking at each other. Do you get me? And you'll see that when I put it on. But if you had moved over here or over there, what happens is they both will be looking this way. Right? Or they'd be looking like that. Yeah. You know? But what you want is for them to be feeling like they're looking at each other. When you cross it, then they won't be looking at each other, and you won't notice the difference. The audience won't notice the difference, but it'll be jarring to them. What's complicated about this is if it's not always just a table shot. This is like them walking and talking. This is like them just down on the street. It's for you to figure out which way they're going to be looking. So the way I look at it is somebody got to be in the left frame and someone has to be in the right frame. So when we were just talking about the dead space right here, he didn't have anybody in any frame. So by moving it over here, right, so now Midhat is in the left frame. His head is here. So it would be, here is Midhat's close-up. Here is Mark's mid-shot close-up. Here are the two of them in their two-shot, right? Or you would imagine the two of them in their split screen, looking at each other. So Midhat looking that way, Mark looking that way.
Is that like when we were doing the editing thing and you noticed in Alan's film
that I had to flip it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactamundo. Now that is an editor's way of saving the shot, right? When I flipped Midhat. I didn't have to flip Midhat. I wanted to flip Midhat. I could have flipped him because it was a choice. But, you know, like, I didn't have to in the end. We've seen this in Reservoir Dogs, yeah? And this is a real clusterfuck. Yeah. DJ already told me about this. And the way you don't cross a line is you create two lines. Very simple, right? The main thing is that you have two cameras, right? One camera, camera A, is following this angle here, right? The other camera, camera B, which is now following Michael and Timmy, will follow in this angle here, right? Now, so Reservoir Dogs doesn't do this, right? Because Tarantino said, fuck the rules, man! Yeah, but he's Tarantino. Now, shoulder on Midhat, and our first, you know, arc angle, right?
Yeah.
Now, push in for a close-up on Midhat. Okay? When you're moving into your arc, and stop here. Look with your eyes. Look the other way. Then move around the arc. Right? Boom. Now, he's still in the same 90 degree for the first arc. What you would end up doing is, you'll probably end up doing one whole take on Midhat, another whole take on Timmy, another whole take on Mike, another whole take on Mark. I would do it that way, because then I don't know what they're going to do for reactions. Now, what's great here is I got a nice 3-shot,
right? 2 over the shoulders, right? And I given him a little bit more headroom, right? But I'm still in the same, 90 degrees. And I could just give a 2-shot on these 2, right? Yeah. So I can shoot, on the one hand is, you could say, hey, you can shoot the whole film this way. I could just be right here on mic, right? Or with me at a nice little 2-shot. Whose close-up do I lose if I stay over here?
Mark.
Mark? No, I was on Mark before.
Michael.
You've not got a shot with Michael, have you?
No.
Mundo. And that is why you're bringing the second B camera for these 2 guys. Some people would just stick with the same 180 degrees and just stay over here and then think, oh, I'll never have to cross the line. Now, this is like what Colin did on his film, right? When you asked him, why'd you cross the line, mate? Keep playing cards, guys. Cross the line.
Because, since you know the rules, you could break them. But you break them cleverly by letting the audience see that you're breaking them. So now I just moved the line. Now that I moved this line over here, right, I can do this. Now I got Michael's close-up. Yeah. And got Timmy's over the shoulder. Still got Mark. And I come over here. And look, I even got all 4 of them. Ooh, this is nice. Now, I can also be really clever. Right? And see their invisible cards that they're playing with. And then I could come back.
Now, the point is, I physically broke the line in camera for the audience to see. But if I was rich and I had 2 cameras on my set, right, I would only have the 1 camera here, and which is A camera, and I have the B camera here, right? Now, the problem with having the B camera is what?
You don't show crossing the line to the audience.
No. What's the other problem?
You have to be careful you don't get what's behind camera A in shot.
When the camera A is crossing. Yeah? So camera A would either have to stay here or stay there if B camera's rolling. Right? Just so I could get you. Right? And everything like that. Because what's going to happen is we're still in the same circles. So we have a potential of seeing each other. Which is why you have to shoot the whole scene just here. Just here. Just here. Right? You're not shooting the whole thing. Hey, let's just move our cameras around and stuff like that. Unless you say to yourself, if we do that, there's going to be any edit where we'll see the cameras crisscross each other. But we just won't use it. Right? So that doesn't make any sense to anyone.
Does each of the cameras have its own 180 degree rule then? So your A camera can operate within this 180 degrees.
And the B camera has to operate within this 180 degrees. But of course, you probably want some movement because you want the game to feel a little bit exciting. See, what you guys didn't do, right, like in Good, Bad, the Ugly, for example, is like you didn't create any tension, but that's okay. The tension is, this is a big money game. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of money. You know, if I don't win, my wife's going to kill me. You know what I mean? I'm going to get this fucker. Right? I got a bomb under the table. I got to figure out how to get off this room. No, but you get me. That's up to the director. How am I going to make this scene tense? How am I going to make it interesting? You know, it's just fucking 4 guys playing cards. Right? I'm going to do that with my camera movement.
They did that really well in Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels.
Yeah.
They had a lot of slow-mo shots, and if I remember correctly, they had the camera in like the middle of the table, so it was looking at everyone's face as opposed to going from the outside in. It was going inside out. Yeah.
I mean, and that's how you also get, like, this Guy Ritchie, right? The same thing you did with Revolver. That's how you get that anamorphic shot, you know, because it's like you get the cards looking bigger, you know, what they do, rounders as well, when they're throwing the cards and slowing it down. I mean, yeah, if you want to be creative and cool like that, you can do all of those kind of things. Just like what I did, like the chandelier shot, just shooting overhead. Choices are endless for you. And the main thing is that if you break the rules, you have to let people know that you're breaking them. All right, back to you.